hey, I'm going to get this. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Can we shuffle some things around? Because I like this a lot. This would be one I would get, but then I would probably not drink it very much because I wouldn't want to have to buy another one.
Yeah. Wow.
Which is unfortunate because you're supposed to drink the whiskey you buy, so. Welcome to the channel, bringing a real-world perspective to the real-world whiskey consumer.
And welcome back to the First Sip. This sample was drawn at random from our First Sip sample pool, which is a collection of samples comprised of bourbons and ryes that we've never tasted before. So not only is this completely blind, but whatever's in this glass, we have no familiarity with whatsoever.
Nope.
That said, let's get right into the nose.
Ooh, I'm getting major stinky feet vibes.
I'm getting major sweet vibes. Mega sweetness.
Let me get through the stinky feet. It's not a bad stinky feet. Like, I don't want people to think I'm offended. I'm not.
Her stinky feet's different than your stinky feet. I have to clarify this every time.
Maybe.
Unless your stinky feet smell very sweet, then in which case, there you go.
I get a little bit of log cabin. I'm not there on the sweetness yet, but maybe it'll taste sweet.
Yeah, now that I'm actually going back to it, I'm getting your log cabininess, your woodiness. But to me, the sweetness is the most forward thing in the glass. Okay. It's like just a red fruit cacophony, conglomerate.
Oh, wow.
Conclusion.
Oh my gosh, stop.
It's all the red fruit.
Okay.
What's the word?
I don't know.
A collection of red fruit.
Gosh. The most basic word you can't figure out, and you're saying cacophony instead.
I think cacophony works too, but if it doesn't, let me know in the comments below.
I think it probably does. So I'm also kind of getting a tiny bit of grapefruit on the nose.
Wow, look at you, pro whiskey taster.
I know, right?
Is it because you're wearing a yellow shirt?
Maybe, I don't know, but I love the shirt.
Okay, so to me, this is coming more into balance. There's really rich, bright sweetness,
okay,
but it's also dark, jammy sweetness at the same time. And then there's this oakiness that's weaved into there. There's a lot of stuff going on in the nose, but it's all in really nice balance. I can't wait to get into the palate. Ready?
Yep.
Let's
do it. Okay. I can see your jam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's there big time.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of jam, but it's jammy.
I think it's like a mixed berry jam.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of stuff going on the palate as well. Wow, and it doesn't seem to be very high proof, but it's making my mouth water. It's quite oily, and the finish is sticking around quite a bit.
It's warm.
Yeah, it's got some heat. Or it's got some warmth, but not heat.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice, and it's like trickling its way down, real smooth like. But yeah,
try
wow.
Again?
Yeah, let's get into another sip.
Okay. Got some popsicle sticks or oak on the second sip, more as I usually do. But it's still mixed fruit jam. The heat, the warmth is building. I think it might be a fairly balanced mid-proof, like teens proof.
You think that high? Okay, wow.
I think that high, maybe.
I wasn't thinking that high.
Perhaps.
It could be, though, because it's got some staying power. What I'm noticing about this is just the sheer concentration of flavor. It is so dense and concentrated.
I like it, though.
It kind of tastes like it might be something special, but I don't want to assume that it is. There's just not many pours that I run across that have this level of concentration of flavor in their glass that also aren't like crazy high proof, that pack all that punch with the proof. Like, this seems like it might be bringing some age into the equation as well.
Maybe it's age, yeah.
Who knows? 2 sips in, this is a very interesting pour. We're going to spend some time with it to make sure we give it its just dues, and we'll be back with our full thoughts here in a second. This one was very interesting to me. Pretty straightforward to you, though, apparently. Yeah. We've got our tasting scores. We're going to pop them up on the screen now, and we're going to talk about them. Okay. So what'd you think about this one?
Well, I thought the nose and the flavor were both really good, really solid. Liked them both. The experience I really enjoyed. It was sweet without being too sweet, because that's something I'm very attuned to. If it's too sweet, I don't really like it that much.
Yeah.
Or I can't drink much of it because too much. So it was a perfect balance of sweet and heat. It was like some sweet heat And I liked it.
Like a good barbecue sauce, some sweet
Yeah,
heat.
like a good sweet heat going on, and I would drink that gladly. Hopefully it's not super expensive.
I got a feeling this might be something special.
Oh, dang it.
To me, I love the nose and the experience. They were really concentrated. I think that's the word for this. This is like bourbon concentrate that also has some concentrated fruit syrup poured into it as well.
Yeah, I agree, but then when you say fruit syrup, it makes me think it's so sickeningly sweet, but it's not. It's balanced
though.
It's balanced.
Like my notes say on the
balanced.
nose, I said it had a concentrated fruity sweetness on the nose, but then it had this like fluffy, marshmallowy, toasted oak type of thing going on the nose. And then the experience overall, it had a oily, clingy finish that really stuck around, despite not seemingly being super high proof. And maybe it is, and it just drinks really balanced, because that was my other note. It was very balanced. That's why I got 2 thumbs up on both those categories for me. Flavor-wise, though, to me, this is not 100% in my wheelhouse. I do really like it. I said it was very good, but it was very fruit forward. And I tend to like a little bit of a darker pour. But man, this is something else. There's no way I think that this is available, but I've said that before and I've eaten those words.
Yeah.
So let's find out if that's the case today. This is in our blind sample pool, number 81. We're going to find out price first, and then we're going to find out what we've been drinking. So what is the price on number 81 in our sample pool? Expensive?
$200.
Oh, that tastes like a $200 pour. I'm not surprised.
Angers my heart because I wanted to get it, and I'm not going to get it now because it's $200.
What is it?
It is 4-Gate Batch 21 Port Peri Peri.
Oh,
it's
my
112.2 proof, and it's 8. It says 8 years.
This is a rye. This is a port finished rye.
This is dang good, and this is thanks to Bill Kavanaugh. Or as I like to call him, Billiam.
Billiam. My goodness.
I love this, Bill.
Wow.
And everyone else.
Okay.
And I'm really mad that I'm not going to buy it because I'm not going to spend $200 on it.
But, okay, so we gotta have a conversation about this because this is part of our real world scoring. We were talking about price and availability. These are very high price, but because of the high price, you actually can find them sitting on shelves.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you're thinking,
plot twist.
So if you're thinking about potentially splurging on a special bottle, it is $200, but if you look around, you can find it. So, I mean, there's something to be said for that.
How hard do you have to look?
In our market here, there's a few stores that carry 4-Gate. You're just going to have to go to those stores and try to find one.
And that specific bottle you can get?
Yeah. It is a limited release. All their releases are limited, so they come out for a period of time, and then when they're gone, they're gone.
Gotcha.
But they don't go very fast because of the high price tag.
Okay, I might need a second to figure out what I'm going to do because this is a dilemma.
Based on price and availability, I'm going to go ahead and lead off and say that the retail score on this for me is going to be a just okay. I would love to give it more than that, but once it's gone, and the price is very high. But wow, what a pour. I'm
still drinking it.
She can't even get away from it to give her retail score. What's your retail score?
Okay, I gotta give it a thumbs down on retail score.
Yeah, because the price.
Yeah, I gotta be true.
Now here's the question: you walk into a store today, tomorrow, maybe next month, when the budget's replenished itself or whatever, when we're filming this, and you see it sitting there for $200. What do? Do you buy one? What's our consumer score for you?
I'm giving it a thumbs up because yes, it would probably be the kind of thing that you do to me all the time and be like, hey, can we get this? Or, hey, I'm going to get this. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Can we shuffle some things around? Because I like this a lot. This would be one I would get, but then I would probably not drink it very much because I wouldn't want to have to buy another one.
Yeah. Wow.
Which is unfortunate because you're supposed to drink the whiskey you buy, so... But
it's nice to have a special occasion bottle around every once in a while, too.
I'm confident about my thumbs up, yes.
Okay, that puts your real world score at a
5
out of 10. Which, on our grading scale, 5 and above kind of that's what we want. We want 5 and above, because that represents, as I'm slurring my words, haven't even had much to drink. First drink of the day, totally fine in that regard. Yeah. But 5 and above represents good value for the money. Kind of 5 is the tipping point of what we want to see when we're going into a pour.
Because we score in a bell curves.
Right. It's not your typical 10-point scoring system. For me, I'm going to actually give this 2 thumbs up on consumer.
Yeah, you would.
And that's going to put my real world score at a 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah. He's a little more loosey-goosey with the finances.
Right. This is a special pour. Do not get me wrong. This is a special pour. There's stuff going on in this glass that you can unpack for way longer than a 2-week trip abroad. Like, you'll be unpacking this bottle for the duration of the bottle. You're going to spend some time with this pour.
And it'll morph as air gets to it too as well.
Yeah, wow. Especially with it being finished. So I didn't even detect that it was a rye. So if you're a bourbon drinker and you see this sitting on the shelf, I would not steer clear. This struck me as a very old, very good bourbon.
Yep.
I don't even know what the specs are on it.
Well, it was 8 years.
Wow.
That's what I know.
8 years and a finished rye in port cask. So I'm blown away by this.
Yeah.
Wow. I've had a couple of 4-gates. I think this is like maybe the 3rd 4-gate I've ever had. This is by far the best.
Yeah.
This pour is lights out good.
If I seem like low energy, it's because I'm kind of mad that I can't get this. That's all.
There you go.
It's a great pour. I love it, and I'm a little bummed that I probably won't get it again.
But you can get more of our videos if you just hit the subscribe button down below.
True.
Hit the bell so that way you know when we're doing our once a month live streams, and give this video a like if you like the way we do things over here.
That's it. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time.
Cheers. That was
delicious.
That was so good.
Delicious.
Wow.
I love it.
I want it.
I want to go to there.
I want that bottle now.
We can't get it. We don't have the funds. Why don't you say the whole intro?
No. Why would I do that?
Change it up a smidgy bit.
No.
Okay.
People want to hear you talk. They don't want to hear me talk.
I don't think so. So much to say, so much to say, so much to say, so
I almost smelled
much to
this.
say.
We got to get into this. I almost smelled this.
Is that a Dave Matthews song?
I don't know.
I think it's a Dave Matthews
You're
band
bringing
song.
out more songs I don't know.
Okay.
Songs and movies that I don't know. For 100, Alex. I just wrote 2021. It's September of 2022 and I wrote 2021. What is wrong with me?
I'm getting some pencil shavings. I dig it. I do.
I don't think the first part of that sentence and the second part of that sentence have ever been combined by anybody but you.
I kind of like it. Like, I love the smell of, like, school books and pencil shavings and Play-Doh.
Yeah, baby, take me back to school.
Crayons, new crayons, like a fresh box
Now
of
that you
crayons.
say that, I feel like I can get crayons on this.
No, I'm not getting crayons. I'm getting pencil shavings.
This one was very interesting to me. Pretty straightforward to you, apparently.
Yeah.
We've got our... Dadgummit.
It's okay.
I can't talk right.
Words are hard.